Hello race fans and welcome here to Speed Weeks for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Gatorade Duel number 1 as we are live here from the World Center of Racing, the Daytona International Speedway, bringing you coverage of the first Gatorade Duel. 47 drivers came to Daytona hoping to make the field, but only 42 will make the field. Now we got 24 drivers awaiting to see where they will start in the Daytona 500 or if they will even start in the big race. Jamie McMurray was the quickest guy on pole day. He will start on the pole for the Daytona 500 as long as he finishes this race. Doesn't matter where he finishes. As long as he finishes the race, he will start on the pole. Rookie Austin Dillon was second quickest on pole day, so that meaning he will start second in the Daytona 500 as long as he finishes his Gatorade Duel. Anyway, onto this race. Jamie McMurray will start on the pole, and Denny Hamlin, who was third quickest in qualifying, will start on the outside of row number 1. Row 2, we have two former NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champions, Jeff Gordon and Brad Keselowski. Row 3, we have Kurt Busch in the 41 and Joey Logano in the 22. Row 4 is Casey Kane and Tony Stewart. And running out the top 10, row number 5, Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex. Row 6, rookie Michael Annett and Brian Vickers. Row 7, Trevor Bayne and Brian Scott. Row 8, Ricky Stenhouse and Kyle Larson. Row 9, Danica Patrick and Casey Mears. Row 10, rookie Cole Witt and Bobby Labonte. Michael McDowell and Josh Wise make up row 11. Row 12 is Joe Nemechek and Brian Keselowski. We had 7 go homers in this Gatorade Duel, but already 3 are locked in after they are having one of the 3 fastest speeds in qualifying. Kurt Busch in a 41, quickest go homer on pole day. He is locked in into the Daytona 500. Trevor Bayne, the second quickest car in pole day, he is in the 500, along with the 29 of Brian Scott, who will be making his first career Daytona 500. 4 more drivers are in this Gatorade Duel that are not locked in yet, and 2 of them will be in, and they are the bottom 4, Michael McDowell, Josh Wise, Joe Nemechek, and Brian Keselowski. McDowell had the quickest time of all 4 of these, so 2 of these 4 will make the show. The other 2 will go home with the other 3 guys in the second Gatorade Duel. That is all for the pre-race news. Now we're going to sit down and Chuck to get the most famous words in motorsports. As the drivers are getting the final words of advice from the crew chiefs, the spotters, and the team. Jamie McMurray, his car starts to roll off. All he has to do is just complete all 20 laps. Even if he goes a lap down, as long as his car is running at the end, he will start on the pole for the Daytona 500, the 56th annual of the Daytona 500. Denny Hamlin, one of his best starts ever in Speed Weeks. He will start second. We have a lot of champions in NASCAR Sprint Cup Series that are starting inside the top 10, like Gordon, like Keselowski, Stewart, Kurt Busch. And we all know Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick has been in close as well. As the pace car takes that hard left turn into pit road, time to get 2014 underway. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Gatorade Duel 1 is underway. And Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, that outside line got a great jump. And now Hamlin, can he get to the inside and block the 1 and take the lead? Outside lane trying to be tough there on the start. Denny Hamlin looks like McMurray's getting a push from Jeff Gordon. That might help him down the back stretch as they fan out 3 wide down the back straightaway. McMurray still has Jeff Gordon pushing him. Here comes Kurt Busch. He goes to the inside of Jeff Gordon 3 wide. For third place, we got Tony Stewart in the wall. Stewart got in the wall. That slows down to 14 of Stewart and the 78 of Truex. Their momentum with Kyle Larson. Let's go back to the four guys we're going to be talking about these four guys a lot today. Michael McDowell, Joe Nemechek, Josh Wise, and Brian Keselowski. Two of those four are those who are trying to make the race. And right now, McDowell is doing pretty well, making his way up through the field to his Nemechek. Wise, but looks like Keselowski is losing the draft. McMurray still has the lead with Kurt Busch, Casey Kane, Kevin Harvick, and now they're going to fan out the three wide as Casey Kane goes to the inside of Kurt Busch, who's on the inside of McMurray. Kurt's able to block the 40, the 5, and looks like the 14 is still in the wall. Yes, he is. Problems on the 14 and Tony Stewart. He's gonna lose the draft if he cannot get up to the 98 of Josh Wise, but he does have the 52 of Keselowski, who lost the draft very quickly. And Kurt Busch leading the Gatorade Duel, Casey Kane second, and how about Michael Annett, rookie from Tommy Baldwin Racing, brought Pilot Travel Stops, sponsored this number 7 for the full 2014 season, the run for the Rookie of the Year. And here comes another rookie, someone who we might have not thought would be a rookie, Cole Witt, driving the Swan Racing. How about Swan Racing? Swan Racing has really been expanding its program. This team is getting better and better. Made every single race last year, I believe, with David Strimmy, and everyone who drove that 30 team last year. Either it was Michael Waldrop in the 500, David Strimmy, Cole Witt, Parker Kligerman. This team's getting better, and here comes now the 5 of Casey Kane. Looks to the inside of Kurt Busch, trying to get that help from the rookie Annett and Witt. And Casey Mears is lined up on the inside. And right now, Josh Wise looks like he is starting to lose the draft to Nemechek. There's Bobby Labonte. Looks like the fastest going homer of the one that's not locked in is the 95 of Michael McDowell. There's Brian Vickers, Trevor Bayne, Brian Scott. Talk about Brian Scott making his first career Daytona 500. And Kurt Busch, he's done a great job keeping the lead. He's led the last couple of laps now. Casey Kane right behind him in second. Annett moves to the middle lane to pick up McMurray. Harvick trying to find any grip on the outside with Stenhouse and Logano, as Kurt Busch is still just riding around in the lead as Casey Kane trying to get help from Cole Witt in the 30. They'll get any momentum on the 41. We have 5 laps into this race, only 20 laps. Right now, the biggest thing so far, 2 drivers has lost the draft, and one of them is your 3-time champion, Tony Stewart, who got in the wall. He looks like as of right now, he is not going to start that well in the Daytona 500. Josh Wise, another going homer, who has been kind of having a hard time keeping up with this pack. Bobby Labonte, former series champion, running a part-time schedule with BK Racing. No word if this 93 team will run the full season. Joe Nemechek, a going homer. McDowell is a going homer. And Kurt Busch still out in front of Casey Kane and Cole Witt. You can tell this outside's trying to get up there to the 41, but they're having a hard time doing so because the inside has more cars. They got Busch, Kane, Witt, Mears, Hamlin, Patrick, Larson, McDowell, and Brian Scott. I believe Trevor Bayne got on the inside lane now as well. Outside, McMurray. He has rookie Michael Annett. Annett's not used to this kind of stuff. At least in the Cup Series. He's making his first career start in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. And here comes the 5 of Casey Kane. He got tired of riding behind the 41, and he makes a move to the inside. Can he get help from the 30 of Cole Witt? Kurt needs help from the 1 of McMurray to try to keep the 5 behind him. And here comes the help for Kurt Busch. They come off turn 4 to the tri-oval. But it looks like Kane will be able to take the lead away from Kurt Busch as he leads lap number 7. There's Keselowski and Stewart. Looks like most likely the 52 will not make the field. That means really 3 guys Here's two of them, Josh Wise and Joe Nemechek. McDowell, he's been able to hang on to this lead pack. There's Nemechek and Josh Wise. Nemechek is actually running the NASCAR Nationwide Series race, so he does have something to look forward to if he does not make the field. But Josh Wise, this is the only series he's running in Speed Week, so he really wants to make this race. Here's some guys we have not seen up front yet. Brian Vickers in the 55. Riding back here, Trevor Bayne, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse. As the 41 of Kurt Busch has gotten the lead back from the 5 of Casey Kane. This 41 car, Kurt Busch, this is a fourth car out of Stewart-Haas Racing. They've so far have led the most laps today, and they retook the lead away from Casey Kane, but they're under attack once again by Casey Kane. Now Kane has a new dancing partner behind him as Cole Whitt moves up top. Here comes Denny Hamlin, Ryan Scott, and Kevin Harvick. That 4 car, he's been fast in practice. Then if that 4 car gets up here to the lead, watch out, that 4, you never know what Kevin has up his sleeve. That's why he's the closer. And Jamie McMurray, Michael Annett, up top, right against that wall. Now Mears is going to join them. All McMurray has to do is just ride around. You know, that's like the safest thing he can do. And there's Josh Wise, and he looks like the 98 is losing the pack. Joe Nemechek is 2, but he is in front of the 98. So right now it looks like the bottom 2 is Wise and Keselowski. As Casey Kane still trying to get around that 41, but Kurt is doing a great job holding on. That outside is doing very, very well, but it's like they can't keep that momentum going. You know, Kurt Busch goes to the inside. Can Cole Whitt make something happen? And Cole Whitt's doing a great job doing what he's doing so far in this race. Brian Vickers in the 55 trying to make his way on the outside. Now Scott goes up, join Whitt. Kane stays on the inside with Kevin Harvick, who's coming, but Kane's trying to switch lanes. He's trying to drive out of his rearview mirror like Kurt Busch is. As they come off turn 4, it will be 8 laps remaining here at Daytona to settle Gatorade Duel number 1. It's Kurt Busch, Casey Kane, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse, and maybe soon to be Jeff Gordon. The bottom 2 is Brian Keselowski and Josh Wise, who have both lost the draft, along with Tony Stewart, who got in the wall earlier in the race, and he has suffered because look how he lost the draft. Right now, the 2 guys who could be transferring into the Daytona 500, Levine Family Racing, Michael McDowell, and Nimco Motorsports is Joe Nemechek. Sorry about that. No doubt it's been the 41 who's had the dominant car all day long. Kurt Busch and Casey Kane, they've been glued together. Kane's trying to make a run at the 41, but he just can't make nothing happen. He can't seal the deal. Now he looks high. Can't get any momentum up top with Kevin Harvick. They're getting the same engines from Kendrick Motorsports. Stewart-Haas and Hendrick Motorsports. My bad. Now look who that leaves on the inside. Last year's Rookie of the Year, Ricky Stenhouse, and he's gotten to the inside of Casey Kane. It's Kurt Busch and Ricky Stenhouse now 1 and 2 on the inside with Martin Truex in the 78. Oh, Cole Whitt and Brian Scott almost made contact. Do we have 4 wide? We came close to having a crash with Brian Scott and Cole Whitt. Back in there, and now Stenhouse makes a move to the outside. Let's look in the back. Joe Nemechek has lost the draft, looks like. So is McDowell. He's starting to lose the draft with Bobby Labonte in the 93. And we got someone that's blowing up. Is that McMurray? No, that's the 93 of Bobby Labonte. The 93 blowing up in smoke. This is the 93 BK Racing entry of Bobby Labonte, the 2000 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, up in smoke. And looks like he will not be able to finish this race, meaning he will have to go to the rear of the field once the 500 starts. This 93 car is locked into the Daytona 500, but not the way he wants to start out his season with BK Racing. As 2X has now gotten pushed to the high side, along with Stenhouse, Jeff Gordon, Casey Kane are all falling back. We got some new guys up front. Brian Vickers in the 55, back from having blood clots. 1 year or a few months ago, he was diagnosed with more blood clots around in his leg. He's back to race once again, right on the back bumper of the 41. Here comes 2 years ago, your champion Brad Keselowski. Got Kyle Larson, rookie, starting on the pole for the NASCAR Nationwide Series race at Daytona. Trying to make something happen in the Cup Series. Coming down, 5 to go from Daytona. Gatorade duel number 1, leading by Kurt Busch, Vickers, Keselowski. And now Bradley to the inside of Vickers. Here comes someone who we never... Wait, my bad. I'm looking at somebody else. Here's someone who we never really see up front that much. Danica Patrick. Along with, Cole Witt. Don't really see those two up front a lot. And all those in the 17s in the wall. Stenhouse, Ricky Stenhouse got in the wall a little bit entering turn 3. And we are having a little bit of lower frame rates. There we go, it's getting a little bit better. As this 41 car has been fast all day. Nobody's been able to get around the 41. Even if Casey Kane tried, he could not make nothing happen. Here comes Brad Keselowski to the inside with help from Kevin Harvick. Kurt has no help. Here comes Kyle Larson, but looks like the two might be able to clear him off turn 2. Brad Keselowski, he does! I saw some smoke coming out of the 42 of Larson, and Keselowski has finally gotten, or somebody's finally gotten in front of the 41. Here comes Kevin Harvick. He's won last year's Speed Weeks, or the last year's Gatorade Duel. Kurt Busch falling back on the outside after leading at least 10 laps today, or probably 15 laps, as Harvick to the lead. Look at some of these guys on the inside. We got Casey Mears, Cole Witt, Danica Patrick, and we got 4 wide. We got Brian Scott, Trevor Bain's around. Scott Bain, Treble in the back. Denny Hamlin's involved. Can McDowell get through this? One of our go homers, Nemechek Wise. Caution is out. This will be the race for the win, possibly. Keselowski and Harvick, side by side for the lead. Keselowski loses Logano as a drafting help. They come off turn 4. They will see the yellow flag. We start the race. Here we go. Drag race to the start and finish line. Keselowski, Harvick. Keselowski gets him at the line. We cannot go back green, so as long as things stay calm, Brad Keselowski has won Gatorade Duel number 1 from Daytona. Harvick would end up second. Third would be Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch fourth, and Casey Mears getting a top 5. How about that? There's Denny Hamlin, one of those cars who got involved in that crash. He started second, third quickest on pole day. There's Trevor Bain. He is locked into the Daytona 500. And he will not be able to finish the race, so Bain and Labonte will have to go to the rear of the field. There's Stenhouse. Wait, no, not Stenhouse. That's Brian Keselowski. Brian Scott's damaged, but it looks like he will be able to finish this race. So it looks like he will be good, not having to go to the rear of the field. Martin Truex damaged. Let's see what happened. And there looks like some damage maybe on the 5 of Casey Kane. I can't tell if that's just a glare or what, something, but let's go back and see what happened with Brian Scott and Martin Truex, Trevor Bain. Here it is. Happens in turn 1. It's like let's see the 4 wide. And see if we can get a good view. 4 wide right here. We got Casey Kane, Brian Scott. Looks like Cole Witt kind of got into Casey Kane a little bit. Danica Patrick, he had Danica on the inside, and let's look at that again. See, Colwitz has Danica Patrick right on his back bumper, has to go up, ends up going up into Casey Kane. Brian Scott gets into Brian Vickers, gets in the wall. There's 2X, and 29's out of shape. Could have saved it, but right there, Trevor Baines ends up getting him on the left side and bangles around up into Stenhouse. There's Denny Hamlin, 2X. Annette is on the apron. And about 4 cars got involved. He got severe damage. So that's what happened to bring out caution. As we are on the final lap, and we have just gotten word that Trevor Bayne, Denny Hamlin, and Bobby Labonte will be going to backup cars, meaning they will have to start from the longest line once the Daytona 500 starts. In other news, 2 drivers will not make the field after this race. That will be the 98 of Josh Wise and the 52 of Brian Keselowski. And Brian will be going home. His younger brother, 2012 champion Brian Keselowski, is going to win the Gatorade Duel number 1 here from Daytona. Brad Keselowski wins it. His first win ever at Daytona in any kind of series. Kevin Harvick second, and Jeff Gordon third. Kurt Busch and Casey Mears your top 5. That means Keselowski will start 3rd, Harvick 5th, Gordon 7th, Kurt Busch 9th, and Casey Mears 11th. Joe Logano finishes 6th. Jamie McMurray 7th. But of course, he is locked in. He's going to start on the pole anyway. Kyle Larson finishes 8th. Cole Witt and Casey Kane your top 10. Danica Patrick, Ricky Stenhouse, Brian Vickers, Michael Annett, Michael McDowell, who is in, Martin Truex, Joe Nemechek, he is also in the field, Brian Scott, unfortunately the 98 of Josh Wise and the 52 of Brian Keselowski will not make the field. That is all from Daytona for the Gatorade Duel number 1. We still have 23 more drivers who don't know who they will be starting in the Daytona 500. So until then, we'll see you guys later. Brad Keselowski, your Gatorade Duel number 1 winner.